This year, Trae Young became an all-star starter for the first time in his NBA career, and this is only his second season. This year, he's averaging 29 points and 9 assists per game, while shooting 44% from the field and 36% from the three-point line. The only negative thing about Trae Young's season is that the Hawks are currently the worst team in the East with a record of 13-37, and at this point, their hopes of making the playoffs are all but over. So in today's video, we're just going to be creating an entire team of Trae Young to see if by himself he would be able to win an NBA championship. So we're in NBA 2K20 My League right now, and as you can see, we got an entire team of Trae Young. When we actually put him together, his overall dropped from a 90 to an 89. So it looks like right now, Trae Young does not have the best chemistry with himself, despite it being himself. It's at 80% right now, but let's see if his overall actually goes back up during the season. We're just going to simulate an entire season with him, see if he can get any awards, see if he can, and then go into the playoffs and see if he can win an NBA championship. I'm going to put a vote on screen right now, and you guys can vote whether or not you think Trae Young can win a championship. All right, so we're at the end of the season right now, and Trae Young did not do very good at all. Right now, he's 41-40, has one game remaining in the season. If we go over here to the playoff picture, Trae Young is actually 8th in the league, so he's guaranteed a spot in the playoffs, even if he does lose to the Pacers. Pacers actually did not end up making it, but a super close race right here. The Pistons were right behind them. The Raptors, I think if the Raptors lose this and Trae Young wins this, we'll actually go up to the 7th seed. First seed is going to be the 76ers. Second seed is going to be the Bucks. But if you see here, Trae Young actually defeated the 76ers. So maybe it's going to be better. I don't know which team's going to be better for him to face off against. He is now a 90. One of them's a 92 overall, a bunch of them a 90. And about halfway through the season, he was doing awful. Everybody was an 88 on the team. It looks like he's actually gone ahead and gone back up. But let's see if he can win this final game. See if he gets any awards either. Probably not. And there we go. A nice W against the Pacers. So we're going to get 42 wins on the season. Giannis is going to get MVP. Zion Rookie of the Year, 6th man goes to D'Angelo. Giannis Defensive Player. Bam gets Most Improved. And Brett Brown going to get Coach of the Year. And let's see if any of our Trae Youngs made the All-NBA teams. Not on any of the teams. So no Trae Young making the All-NBA teams this season. And Trae Young's going to end up getting the 7th seed here. Ends up passing the Raptors. So first round, going to have to face off against the Bucks. Not really the best matchup for him. Of course, he's a smaller guy. Giannis is on that team. It might not turn out great. We are trying to get the shooters open on offense, though. Best thing to do with the team of Trae Youngs, you got to shoot. Coming over here to check out the player stats. Our top Trae Young scorer is going to have 14 points per game. And everybody within 10 to 14 points per game. So really spread out how everybody's doing. Rebounds per game, everybody around the same as well. 2.4 all the way up to 3.6. Assists per game, 4.5. The lowest is going to be 3.2. Steals, highest 1.1, lowest 0.4. Field goal percentage and 3-point percentage. But let's actually go over here to team stats to see how he ranks up against some of the other teams in the NBA. Starting off here with points per game, he's actually going to be the best scorer in the entire NBA, scoring 124.6. But he also allows the most points in the entire NBA, and it wasn't even close. So best offense, but also the worst defense in the NBA, the negative 1.5 differential. Come over here to field goal percentage. He's actually tied with the Lakers for first, shooting 50.7%. 3-point percentage, he's way at the top, and he's actually shooting a lot better than in real life, shooting 45.7% from 3. Rebounds per game, he is way at the bottom, which makes sense. Being a point guard, not being the tallest player, of course, he's not going to do that good in terms of rebounds. The best assister, though, 40 assists per game. Steals, he's actually near the bottom. You'd think as a point guard covering some of these other guys, he would have been able to get a few steals, but doesn't turn out that way. Blocks per game, he's way at the bottom as well. And that's going to be all of the stats. So he is the best offensive team in the NBA. It's just the defense is really lacking. especially against some of the guys he has to face off against. I mean, in this series, we're going to have Trae Young on Giannis. So this should be pretty interesting. Let's just start off with some simulations right here. Game number 1 is going to go to the Bucks. Game 2 goes to the Bucks. Game 3 goes to the Bucks, and it's looking like the Bucks are about to have a 4-0 sweep. So Trae Young's playoff run is going to end real early right here. But actually, in game number 4, Trae Young with a huge game, winning 124 to 109. So he is not out of this yet. Maybe he can get the reverse sweep. The Bucks do have the home court advantage in game number 5 here, but looks like Trae Young does have the lead going into the 4th quarter, and Trae Young is going to take another game. It is 3-2 now. Let's hop into game number 6 here, see if he can force a game 7. He does have the home court advantage yet again, so possibly he's going to be able to do this. Bucks going up huge at the beginning of the game. Trae Young coming back a bit. I don't think he's going to be able to come back from this one, though. He is down by too much. So despite having the home court advantage here, not able to win this game, force a game 7, but he still put up 2 games against the Bucks, which is not too bad. But overall, a team of Trae Young's isn't the greatest. Out of all the simulations we've done, this is actually one of the worst. We usually see the point guards don't do as good, just because of that defense. They can't do as much. But what are your guys' thoughts on Trae Young? Do you guys think he deserved to be an all-star starter with how bad the Hawks record is? And do you think that maybe he's doing so well because the Hawks are so bad? Nice little and one for Trae Young right there. So the Milwaukee Bucks are actually going to be the champs. Giannis getting finals MVP. So Trae Young did lose to the best team in the NBA. It was a really tough matchup for him. Probably would have been better to face off at the 76ers. I don't know, because they got Ben Simmons, Joel Embiid. Those are 2 guys he would not match up well against. But the Bucks end up winning the championship. And if we come over here to the roster, these are going to be the final ratings for the team of Trae Young. The highest rated Trae Young is going to be a 93. This was probably the main point guard, the one who started at point guard. And then we got a bunch at 91, and then a few Trae Youngs at a 90 overall. So overall, he did, as a whole, the team did go up. Goes 42-40, loses in the first round of the playoffs. But that's going to be it for this video. If you did enjoy it, make sure that you smash that like button. And if you are new here, make sure you subscribe to the channel. This has been your boy Smequle, and I'll see you next time. Peace.
I got problems on problems on problems on problems on problems on problems I solve them. I run through the money, the pressure be calling. Left on my blessings, I feel like I'm falling. The birdie is back. Tell me I'm garbage, I'm going through something, that's why I ain't calling. Phone and progression is all that I wanted. The phone in affection, I summon and dub it. Cause I got problems on problems on problems on problems on problems on problems I solve them. I run through the